Buongiorno, everyone. Welcome to the instant reaction here. We're joined by Chelsea fan, our special guest, friend of the channel, Louis Beneventi. We've just been beat 2-0 at Stamford Bridge in what we predicted was going to be a bit of a shit game. But
we were right.
But one of we got the result. I think we predicted both a draw in the preview. But
I went 3-1, I think. I went 3-1.
Well, massively wrong. All ends up then.
Oh mate, it was boring. I mean, the first half, I think it was seriously just a case of job done. You know, I thought you guys fell asleep in two situations. We capitalised in both of those situations, and that was it. Really, we were just better there. But I mean, we obviously had a lot of the ball, a lot of possession. But that's been the story of the season since Thomas Tuchel's arrived. Like we were saying, you know, if we get the result, I can't really moan. I stand by that. We won 2-0, but I spent the second half playing cards with my mates while we were watching it. So we were there going, "Oh, did something happen? Oh, brilliant! Next, what's happening now?" It's like, honestly, there's not really much to report. I thought it's job done for us. Olivier Giroud, I thought he definitely changed the game when he came on for us. Mm-hmm. I thought Tammy Abraham was playing okay, but obviously Lascelles, you know, injured him. We don't know how long he'll be out for. I don't think it's going to be a heavy injury. It looks like quite a light one. But yeah, like, honestly, from my perspective, not really much to say, to be honest.
And it was just one of them games. It was just frustrating. Like I feel frustrated from our standpoint that we set up the way that we should have, as we spoke about in the preview. We didn't shit the bed. We didn't go 5 at the back. We played the right formation, but we might as well have played 5 at the back because we didn't have anything going forward. Like,
scared. That's what it looked like for me.
Yeah, like we said that in the during our watch along. I think any big name, Steve Bruce does shit the bed, and it doesn't matter what formation we'll play. Like our next game's Man United, so we're looking at our 2 games: Chelsea, Man United. Tough games because we know we just don't turn up. If it's a Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, Steve Bruce is just scared. He doesn't know how to play. He doesn't know how to go at teams. Like, yeah, we're set up the right way today, but we might as well not have. Like, we touched on who's going to replace Callum Wilson. He chose Dwight Gale. He didn't really get in the game at all. Like, he was a bit wasted on the right-hand side. Like,
Dwight Gale's not a Premier League striker.
No, he's not.
He's a bit. He's kind of in the same bracket as Alexander Mitrovic for me. Sort of, they can smash it in the Championship, but as soon as it comes to making that step up, forget it. It ain't happening. It wasn't even. You just looked scared, and even from what we were saying about Steve Bruce, obviously with the, you know, you did the right formation, but you just weren't coming at us because it was a big name. Even in the pre-match presser when he was talking, he sounded frightened. He does
every game, mate. Every game.
But this is it. He doesn't. There was no. What's the word I'm looking for? There was no. It was courage is the wrong word. But you just Semi didn't look arsed.
Yeah.
When you went 1-0 down, you're still in the. Even 2-0, you're still in the game on paper. You still should be banging at the door. But you know, bring on Andy Carroll, who realistically, normally, I'm very scared when I see Andy Carroll come on. You weren't even playing to his strengths. You know, if you've got a guy like Andy Carroll, if we're going to be brutally honest, and I'm going to be very crude when I say it, you fucking lump it. You know, you just fucked it up the pitch, and he's much like Giroud. I think he's very good at it when he's not injured. He can hold the ball up. He brings people into play, and that's a perfect situation there. You've got him as a focal point. You have Almiron running off of him, for example. You know, I don't know, but I think I'm sounding exasperated. I'm not even a Newcastle fan. How
do you think we feel?
Oh, mate, I get what you're saying now. When we spoke the first time round, I was like, okay, I can kind of see it now. Now I'm sitting there going, do you watch that shit every week?
Yeah. The bad thing is, we've actually been playing decent in the last 3 games, but this has gone proper Bruce style. Like, the last 3 games, it was Everton, who was a pretty good team, Crystal Palace and Southampton, who were a good team, being on a bit of bad run of form. Were really, really good in them 3 games, but we turn up today just not even fucking arse. Like, as soon as that first goal goes in, the referee could have just blew his whistle and said, "That's it, lads," because Newcastle's not going to get back into this game now.
No, that's it, and I think that's the problem you got. And even though it was really interesting, Sky Sports were doing in the build-up, they were talking about obviously Fulham and you guys and who's more likely to go down. If you keep playing like that, and I know you're saying you played well, you said to me, was it 2 draws and a loss? When you're going, we're playing well, but it's 2 draws and a loss, or 2 wins and a loss. It does make you worry. And I mean, Fulham, I've just seen someone in the comments mention Fulham. They're playing decent football. On paper, I'm looking at going, there are 3 teams worse than you guys, in my opinion, on paper.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, games aren't played on paper, and unfortunately, you are not. You're not pushing yourselves to get over that line to make sure that you get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
And you're playing Fulham on the final day of the season, aren't you? So it really could be interesting. But honestly, I'd be very worried if I was a Newcastle fan.
Yeah, I think Fulham's got a few decent games in a row now. I can't remember exactly who it is. I think one might be Burnley. Obviously, they beat Everton at the weekend, got 3 points there. They've got Burnley. I think they've got Sheffield United as well. So Fulham's got some results to come up, where Burnley, we've got Chelsea and Man United.
Yeah, Burnley, Sheffield United, Palace. Then you got Liverpool, Man City, and Leeds in March. So,
them next 3 games are winnable.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are winnable, but I think I think Burnley they could win. Sheffield United, I think they'd lose, and Palace, I think, will be a tight one. But yeah, you guys are you're in deep shit, I think is the best way of saying that. But you're not going to get out of that, I don't think, because there's no one I can look at right now who's available who I think, he'll get them out. I think, it might be worse football. But Tony Pulis could do it, I guess. He's available. But, you don't really want
just like for like, and we discussed this the other day, like, who's going to replace Steve Bruce? It's going to be like for like. It may even be worse. Like, you're looking at, like, the Pulises, Mark Hughes of the world. Like, may even just pluck someone, a lucky candidate up from the Championship or League One. Like, it's not going to get better. Like, there didn't really seem to be much influence from Graham Jones today either. He was on the sideline using his iPad, which is way too modern technology for Steve Bruce.
I'm still laughing at the state bait comment from the preview the other day.
Mate, that's honestly all I swear to God he does. He just literally looks at the sideline. Who was it came off? I think it was who came off for Joe? It might be Dwight Gale. He just gave him just a big pat on the back. Like, that's all he's there for. He's just there for the pat backs and the halftime Jaffa cakes. Like, I swear to God, that's all he's there for. That's why Graham Jones has been brought in, because there's no tactics, there's no awareness, there's no homework. Before the game, I've seen the pre-game interview with Tuchel, and the interviewer asked about Newcastle. They say, they're playing pretty good football at the minute. And he literally dissected us bit for bit. He knew exactly our attacking threats. He knew fucking everything. He's done his homework. Bruce doesn't do homework. He sits and just revises the fucking Sambuca's menu. You can tell the difference in quality in managers. It's fucking vast. And I know you aren't really happy with the style of play, but you're getting the results. And at least you've got a manager who does homework and actually knows how to do tactics and knows what he's doing.
Well, I think it's going to be interesting with Chelsea over the next few games. I think we haven't really had a proper test yet. And I think that's when we face a team like a City, or if I can see, we've got over the next few games, face City, Atletico Madrid and Manchester United on the 23rd and 28th of February. That's going to, and obviously we've got Southampton as well at the weekend. Look, those are going to be the real test to see, really test the mettle of Thomas Tuchel and what he's done so far. I looked at that midfield, even though you guys played poorly, you did walk through the midfield too of Kovacic and Jorginho several times. I think that that's something which was a bit of a weakness for us today. But we haven't had to really face anything. I mean, even for the sake of conversation, let's have a look at these stats. Did you guys even have a shot? You had a couple, but you didn't have a lot, did you?
Apparently we did. Like, I can't remember many.
Apparently you had 10 shots.
Did we?
Target. Apparently, so yeah, you had 10 shots, 4 on target, 5 corners, but you did concede 13 fouls, you dirty bastards.
I think Andy Carroll conceded 13 fouls. Like, that guy is retired in the modern day. Like, he can't go anywhere. Like, we pump the ball up long, Andy Carroll gets half a yard near it, it's a foul. Like,
yeah, this guy, he's all elbows when he always was.
but even today though, like that one, like in the box, like was it Bernard Giroux looked back, seen he was there, and leant into him. And I'm not saying it was a penalty. It wasn't.
Was this the Lascelles one where Werner was in the air and you kind of gave him a little shove?
Maybe, but Andy Carroll just can't go near anyone now. Like, it's just a free kick straight away. The referee doesn't even hesitate.
He's done now. He's had too many injuries.
Yeah.
I think he needs to just hang up his boots and stick to the nights out of Newcastle now. That's what he was always that also. But yeah, I think it's a very interesting scenario. I think the Newcastle. I think that it was me. Sorry, my friend just making a little racket, living with guys at the housemates. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I think. Look, for us, I think it's just a case of we face the Atletico Madrid, we face Manchester United, we see what happens with the games, we see how we develop and how we face up against them. But I think, coming up against you guys, I thought playing 3 at the back, I get he's using what he's got is to work with, but I mean, we could have gone for the jugular a little bit more, and I really hope we do that. I think it's we're getting the results, but look, I mean, you guys are there for the taking. It was a shame with Sheffield United. The big thing for us is we're now in top 4. We keep pushing on. We keep getting the results we need to. 4 wins on the bounce. I can't complain about the style of football if we're getting the results. If it was the shoe was on the other foot and I'm going, we're playing good football, we're not getting the results, it would be a redundant case. So I'm looking at it and you know what, we just need to, I've got to be happy with what I've got in front of me. And then, this Thomas Tuchel, this maverick, which everyone's talking about in terms of the style of football, might appear next year. Probably get sacked about 6 months in as well. But I mean, that's just Chelsea Football Club. Look, I think that, you guys politely are in the shite.
It does.
You are in the shit. And it's, like I say, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Newcastle, probably because of you guys and just how good it is in general, to be honest. But it's just, I don't know. I just think that there's definitely things that need to be considered, and it won't be considered while Mike Ashley's still there. And if you go into the Championship, I don't think he's gonna, sell anyone, or he's gonna sell. No one's gonna want to buy as well.
No, definitely not.
It's crap.
All right, cheers, Louis. Thanks as always for coming on.
Sorry, incredibly depressing.
No worries. To liven things up, I just want to finish with a joke.
Oh, I like that. Go on.
How many Chelsea managers does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know. How many?
No one knows, because the light bulb always outlasts the manager. Thank you. I'm here all week.
Right, make sure you subscribe to Keg. Just stuff like that, notification bell. Fair play. Yeah. All right, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thanks very much, Louis. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Ta-ra. Bye.
Bye.